I know a lot of you just tuned in, and we are on here because the server for TikTok is down. So, that is why we are not on TikTok. We're here on Instagram Live and we're here on YouTube. So, anyways, technology, man, you can't always rely on it. It's always going to fail at some point, and it's just the enemy trying to work and keep us from God's word is all that is. But it ain't going to happen. I'm getting excited that this fan shelf is actually filling up now. Like, we've got 2 letters, a cross, and then a painting. It's filling up. I'm excited about it. But anyways, tonight is about how to create an opportunity. How do we make an opportunity in our lives? Because I feel like a lot of people sometimes are like, man, I want to make a change. I want something to happen. I want God to use me, right? And it's just like, well, that opportunity hasn't come up. The door hasn't opened, as a lot of people will just straight up tell me. Well, like, let's be real. How much time do we waste in a day? Like, just off the top of your head, how much time do you think you waste in a day? Like, for me, it's always shocking when I pay attention to the gosh, I'm forgetting the name of it now. The time tool on your phone where it shows you like your screen time, how much you've been on everything and stuff like that, always blows me away. I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not seriously spend 8 hours on my phone today. But that's what my phone's telling me. I spent up to almost 8 hours on my phone today. I was like, my gosh, it'll even break it down for you, like how much time you spent on each app or what, like on Safari, whatever it is. And I'm like, geez, there's no way. But sure enough, yeah, like, how much time are we, not even just the phone. I mean, obviously the phone takes up a lot, but like, throughout your day, how much time are you just wasting away, not putting towards anything productive or making yourself better, right? I truly believe that opportunity is not random. It's not random shots in the dark and praying that one sticks. It's not making prayers to God and making so many that eventually at some point he answers at least one of them, you know? Opportunity is statistical. It's mathematical. It's analytical. The more time you spend in God's presence, the more time available for an opportunity to rise. A lot of people that tell me, well, the opportunity hasn't come, the door hasn't opened. I'm like, okay, well, how much time have you spent in God's presence? Well, you know, I said a quick prayer in the shower this morning or before I ate, you know, I gave him his 5 minutes. You're going to limit God to 5 minutes? And, I mean, no matter what your answer is, you're going to limit God to 10 minutes? You're going to limit him to 15 minutes? Most of us were bad about just saying a 30-second prayer at some point during the day. You're limiting God to those 30 seconds. The more time you spend in God's presence, the more time you're making available for Him to use to present you with something, to present you with a thought, to present you with a drive, an open door, an opportunity, something for Him to put in your heart to go after. And not wait for it to come, but go make it happen. So a lot of times people want to know, how do I set time up for God? How do I set aside time? How do I create the opportunity instead of waiting for it to happen? Well, let's start off number 1. Assign a time. Assign a time. If you do not schedule it, you will not do it. Don't sit here and lie to yourself. I'm the same way. If I do not plan and say, when I get up in the morning, the first thing I'm doing is opening my Bible. If I do not make that clear and schedule it, I won't do it. It won't happen. That's human nature. That's nothing wrong with you. That's just what being human is. Our human flesh does not desire to set aside time for God, for a spiritual encounter. Let's be real. The flesh doesn't want that. Your spirit might. Your spirit absolutely should. But when we live in a world where it is nonstop, it's fast-paced, it's quick, everything about the world tells you can't waste a second. You can't waste a minute. You gotta go. You gotta get this done. You gotta get this done. Then you gotta do this. Here's your list. Go through the list. Da 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 da. Like whatever. Like if you do not put God into that schedule, it won't happen. So assign a time. Whether that's you're a morning person, God bless you. Don't know how you do that. But if you're a morning person and you set aside time for God in the morning, that's what you need to do. Or if you need to do it late at night, or if you need to do it during a lunch break. But get into a routine of assigning a time for Him, of when you're dedicated to going and getting into His presence. If you do not plan it, you will not do it. Number 2 is assign a place. Where do you feel close to God? Where is it that you feel closest to Him? That can be a back porch. That can be the local coffee shop. Whatever it is for you, assign a place. Like, I don't want this to come across wrong, but don't go somewhere knowing that you're not going to get into the presence of God. Like, I'm going to go to the coffee shop to get into God's presence, knowing that I'm not actually going to do it because I'm a social butterfly and I'll end up socializing more than I will getting into God. Does that make sense? Assign a place to where you know this is where I feel closest to Him. For me, it's my back porch. It's dead quiet. We have glass windows out there so I can see out into the backyard. I can see nature, because in nature is where I feel closest to God. So going to my back porch and just immersing myself in the stillness and sounds of nature is my go-to. That might not be your go-to, but what is your go-to is my point. Where do you go that you feel close to Him? Third and last is to assign a way. How do you feel close to God? We answered the when, we answered the where. Now we need to know the how. How do you feel close to God? Do you feel closest to Him in prayer? Do you feel closest to Him in reading the Word? Helping others? What's it look like for you? Is it all of those things? Because honestly, we should be doing all of them. But what is the thing that you do that when you do it, you get goosebumps? You feel that fire inside. For some people, it's reading the Word. Me, I'm more prayer. When I'm talking to God, I feel closest to Him. So what is it? How? How do you feel close to God? Assign a time, assign a place, and assign a way. And watch how many opportunities begin to not just come your way, but begin to be created, because you're now putting in the effort to make that happen. You're not limiting God to 30 seconds of your day or a couple minutes of your day, but now you're giving Him a much bigger portion of your day to Him. And all of a sudden that door opens up. It's exactly like a dam. Think of it like a water flow, like a river flowing down. The more you open the gates, the more water that's going to flow through. The more time you give to God, the more blessings that are going to come your way. The more opportunities that are going to create themselves. It works the same way. Don't limit God and then be frustrated with the fact that you're not making change, that you're not getting the opportunity to make a change, whether it's in your life or somebody else's. The more time you give to Him, the more He can do with. When you give God the time, He's going to give you the work. He's going to give you that door. You might have to open the door. Don't get me wrong. Like, you're always going to have to be the one who puts in the work. God's not going to do the work for you. You've got to do the work. But at least He'll present that door to you when you give Him the time to do so. Again, opportunities are not just blatant shots. Opportunities are created. They are moved by you. You create your opportunities. I want to leave you with this verse. I know tonight was pretty short. I kind of meant for it to be that way because this is not of super detailed, hard thing to explain or understand. It's a pretty simple point. But this is the verse I want to leave you with, is Ephesians 5:16. Make the most of your time, because the days are evil. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. You're not guaranteed your next breath. So stop wasting your time. If you want the opportunity to make a change, stop asking for that opportunity and instead go create it by getting in front of God. Stop praying to God for Him to give you an opportunity and start getting more into His presence so opportunities are just flowing. Go spend more time in front of Him so He can give you more. That's all I have for tonight. That is how to create an opportunity. How to create opportunity. Get in front of God. Go give Him more time. Stop limiting Him. Stop putting God in a box. The more you give, the more you're going to receive. The more seeds you plant, the more fruit you're going to get. Give Him more, and He will give you more in return. That's really it. I appreciate you guys hanging in with me and tuning in on here with the issue with TikTok. Hopefully it said the server was down, so hopefully the server comes back up at some point. I really hope TikTok Live does not disappear with whatever ban and controversy is going on over there. So, but yeah, you guys are amazing. I love y'all. Y'all go follow the Instagram and the TikTok if you haven't already. For those watching on Instagram, go subscribe to the YouTube. For those on YouTube, go follow the Instagram. And y'all keep doing the amazing support that y'all are doing. I absolutely love each and every single one of you. I can't express that enough, that I'm grateful for all of you, every single one. I don't care if it's just one person tuning in to hear the message or 100. It's still the same. The message is just for one person. It's all about reaching that one. And my hope is that you guys continue to go out and spread the word on your own. Not just hear from me, but then take it and go spread it with others. The whole point of Midnight Church is to be a ripple. We want to be a ripple and reach out to as many people as we possibly can, because at the end of the day, it's all about bringing brothers and sisters home. Again, y'all let me know what y'all think about a merchandise switch up, a new launch for a new line, more designs and stuff. Y'all message me, give me some ideas. I'll obviously want y'all a part of this, just like last time when I first launched a merchandise line. So y'all get involved. Don't be shy. Message me. I will reply. I love each and every one of you guys. I'm going to pray us out, and then I'm going to get off. Father God, thank you for tonight. Thank you for the platform. Thank you for Midnight Church. Thank you for each and every soul that decided, whether willingly or just suspiciously, to tune in tonight. I pray for a heart to have been moved tonight, even just one. A mindset to be changed, a schedule to be changed, priorities to be changed, God. That we set aside time for you, that we give you the time you deserve, that you earned when you were willing to sacrifice your son for us and our lives. I just pray for a growing heaven, a growing crowd that continues to find you and find their way home. All these things I pray in your name. Amen.